I can already attack this fool from like 20 miles away. And then if I pike him, I have to get in so close, and now I can pike him. Which that damage is substantial, but does Enchantress want to get that close into the fight to begin with? And can you guarantee that he's not going to just be like, oh, now I'm safe? So I don't know. I don't know about that item. Pike against Ursa or Riki? I mean, it's okay, but what is the pike giving you that the Force Staff isn't? Because, like, okay, so you can still self-cast pike or whatever. But if whatever, a Riki jumps on you, you can Force Staff out and you'll be fine. And if an Ursa jumps on you, maybe not Riki because he can Blink Strike, but even then, the Hurricane Pike, if you cast it on him, I don't know it's going to make that big of a difference. I'm at a loss. I think it's an extremely situational item. Maybe if you're like against Clockwork, Faceless Void, Magnus. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the item. Oh, is the stream lagging? Really? Tell me if it gets any better. I can maybe take the quality down a bit. Hold on. Alright. It may be running a little bit better now. I think Twitch is freaking out for a second, or whatever. Okay, so does anyone have any questions that I may have missed in the chat over these items or anything else that I've mentioned so far? Because I'm gonna go a little bit faster because this was all the major stuff. As you can see, the items in the scan, whatever. So I'm thinking Geminate attack pike interaction. Well, it'll still work on the same cooldown. If you get an attack off, the Geminate will proc. And so, if you get the 4th attack off and Geminate's off cooldown, you'll technically get 5 attacks and stuff like that. Is the tome giftable? Yes, it is giftable. That's a good question. And, important. You can buy it, you can stack it, you can put it on the ground, you can give it to a support, and they can eat it for free experience. Then the team vision ability yet? Yeah, sure, I can show you real quick. It's not that great, so don't worry. You won't, in most of the situations, most games, you will not have to worry about it. So, all vision. Let's get you hiding, like around here. Normal vision. Okay, so we know he's here. Let me give him a control group so I can move him around. I will use scan. It doesn't give me an AoE for some reason, but I'm sure they'll patch that soon. I click here, and pay attention to the minimap in the bottom right, because that's where you're going to see it. I click, you can see this little red thing,
Blink of an eye.
and, oops, well I can't move him. But if I did move him, it would turn green if he exited the AoE. That's really all there is to it. It doesn't give any vision of the actual place on, like, the map. It just shows you on the minimap if there's a hero there. One more advantage of defensive pike is... what now? Turn to save your own... Yeah, wait, what do you mean? Yeah, you would. You still have to look to cast it, I think. You there. If he's behind me, I still need to turn around. And I mean, if you just set a Force Staff, you can just self-cast it to get yourself out. So, I don't know how important it is. Yeah, you still need to turn. If you didn't have to turn, that would actually be a pretty sweet buff. That would actually be... that's actually a really good buff. If they made it so that you didn't have to turn. Because pro tip, I don't know if you guys know this, but item. Give box. Bottle. This is the only item in the game that you don't have to turn to use. You can use a bottle on an ally without having to turn. It's literally the only item in the game that you can do that with. Every other item, you need to actually cast it on them. But yeah, that would be a sweet buff if you didn't have to turn. I would think that would make the item much better. Scan does not work in the Roche pit. Yes, that's correct. You download test client update number 2? Oh no, what did it change? Let me check what it changed. I'll just restart in the meantime. Oh god. Do this. Update 2. Fix Bloodthorn Orchid not sharing cooldown. Fix Sparkwraith Purge. Not working properly. Fix Tempest Double not casting. I don't think it updated. What the hell? Hold on. Okay. So nothing too important. But it scans sound effect. Oh my god, it's game changing. How could they do that? Man, freaking Rocket League is downloading right now. Oh man, I wonder if is that the basketball update? Oh snap. What am I doing playing this? No. Test update. Just need Okay, anyway, we'll keep moving through the changelog. I'll assume that's all the questions. Does Echo Saber waste Ursa's 6 quick attacks? I would waste. Oh. That's actually a good question. I don't know. I'll test that once it comes back up. That's a good question. I don't know if it takes out charges or whatever. Anyway, let's move on. I'll remember that question. Basher, a lot of people were upset with how Basher is like very dependent on doing the bash damage to like get the damage because they nerfed Basher's actual damage. Whatever. You needed to actually get the bash to deal damage from the item. And now they've reduced it, but they've also made it cheaper, so that's nice. Abyssal Blade now requires a Vanguard instead of a Sacred Relic. It's a little bit cheaper. The cooldown got reduced dramatically at 25 seconds. I'm pretty sure every hero except for AM and maybe LC don't like this change. Everyone would have preferred the damage. I know PA would have definitely preferred the damage. And she was a pretty common Abyssal Blade builder. Only AM and LC like this change. I don't think anyone else likes this change. At least that's my opinion. The only buff is that now that the cooldown is like super low for everyone. But still, I'm pretty sure most people would have gladly taken having to build a relic into it rather than this. But I don't know. It's still too expensive for anyone else to build is the problem. If they like got rid of the recipe, and no, then it would be too good. Yeah, I don't know what they could do, really. Aetherland's amplification got reduced, but most int heroes are pretty much the same now that intelligence buffs up magic damage. Courier respawn reduced, but the flying courier is still the same, so this pretty much only affects like bounty hunter and nature's prophets snipes. Armlet now gives 5 armor, so even more We Are Electric plays. Blade Mail got changed significantly. If you remember the dispersion change, I guess last patch, or maybe it was 2 patches ago. Lag's getting bad. Really? What am I doing? Oh, it's because I'm downloading freaking... Sorry. I was... Okay, it should get better now. Freaking Rocket League. It's jamming up my pipes. My precious pipes. Sorry. Yeah, so Blade Mail is... what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, if you remember the dispersion change, it made it so that all these damage that Spectre takes would be before reduction. So before armor, before magic resistance, and before other stuff. And now Blade Mail is the same thing. It returns the exact same type of damage that it receives before any kind of reduction. And it no longer ignores spell immune enemies, which means that heroes like PA who build BKB will still get sliced up by their own crits against a blade mailed enemy. Heroes like Enchantress, who build BKB with their impetus pure damage, will still eat their own impetus Though that may have happened regardless. No, I don't think that happened. Yeah, no. I don't think. Yeah, no, it didn't work. So, yeah. The main thing that everyone was saying is that this is really good for Axe because Axe, a lot of people didn't like building blade mail on him because whenever you call, you get plus like a bajillion armor. And so people's right clicks like barely hurt Axe, and therefore blade mail barely returns anything. Now it'll return it before reductions, and so it will be good at keeping him relevant late game. So I think blade mail is a really good item now. I would not be surprised if it somehow gets nerfed in an upcoming patch, like a point C patch, because it's also really cheap, 2,200 gold. And how much is there is no recipe. Okay, so what I would do is I would add like a 500 gold recipe, and then I think it would be balanced. But I literally have not seen this item in action for a moment. I'm just going based off of how much better Spectre got once Dispersion got changed. So I don't know how good it will be, but I think it seems really good. Bloodstone initial charges increased from 8 to 12, so how much did it give you? Bloodstone. So we will scroll. Flutter cooldown reduced, doesn't matter. Crimson reduced, doesn't matter. Bloodstone would give 500. Wait, no, that's not what I want. Mana regen per charge. Oh, so that's quite a bit. It basically plus 4 mana regen per second over the old Bloodstone. If you had told the people in 6.84 or whatever patch TI5 was played on that Bloodstone would get buffed soon, they would have vomited everywhere. Anyway, moving on. Whoops. Whoops. Actually, hold on just a second. I may inadvertently leave. I might have to do something soon, so I'm gonna speed this whole thing up. Deso builds out a Blightstone instead of a 300 gold recipe. That's a fine change. Purge cooldown increased from 0 to 2. I think this is good. A lot of people thought it was a nerf, but I thought it was kind of annoying how I had to be very careful not to spam it, especially self-casting it, like to remove stuff like dust. 2 seconds isn't really that big. The main thing is that the mana burn on the actual hero is now 15 more, which is quite a bit. It doesn't, illusion heroes got nerfed, so like PL kind of gets hurt by this, but heroes like Riki loves this change. So watch out for Riki, because he's in captain's mode now also, and so I would not be surprised if Riki's really good this patch. Dragonlance got changed a little bit. Gives you agility instead of strength now. Oh wait, no, it gives both. Oh, so it gives agility now. That's cool. I always thought it was a good item on agility heroes anyway, like Viper and Drow and Clanks. So that's good. Drum now requires a Windlace, and as we said earlier, you need to have over 400 passive move speed to get more move speed out of a drum than a Windlace, which is a damn shame. Yules, on the other hand, man, I can't wait to build Windlace. I love that item. Flying Courier is a bit cheaper. True Sight on this is a little bit cheaper. So a buff to Invis heroes. This is a smaller radius, 1100 to 900, and Tower True Sight got reduced from 900 to 700. So buff to Invis heroes across the board, such as Riki. Ghost Form cooldown reduced, yeah, whatever. Mana cost got reduced. What was the original Glimmer Cape? Because I know the original nerf to Glimmer Cape was to bump up the mana cost. Oh wait, they reduced the mana cost? What? What? Oh no, it used to have 0 mana cost. That was right. That was clowny as all hell. Yeah, it had 0 mana cost, then it got 130 mana cost, then it got 110 mana cost, and now it has 90 mana cost. What else? Guardian Greaves, a little bit more expensive. I don't know why. I don't think Greaves need to get nerfed, but whatever. It's only 50 gold. Heart got plus 5 strength, minus 50 HP. That means 20 HP per strength, so it gained 50 HP from this whole change. And more strength, so more damage for heroes like Sven. Sven loves Heart. Disarm duration on ranged targets increased from 4.5 to 5.5. This isn't the big buff Halberd got. The big buff that Halberd got was... Duel no longer ignores disarm in ethereal states on either target. That means you can now disarm LC and she actually will stop attacking in duel. I didn't know that it ignored it like way back when, whenever LC was first released, but apparently it did, and I was like, oh my god, I can't build Halberd against her. But now you can, so that's a good buff. Hood, barely anything changed. Lincoln's is a little bit cheaper. 325 is actually a sizable amount, seeing as how typically late game situation a lot of supports like building this. What do I work as? I work in I'm a researcher. I work in a lab, a chemical plant lab. Lotus Orb now requires an energy booster instead of 900 gold recipe. I think this is pretty great. The only thing is that it builds out of a plate mail and a perseverance, and now an arcane orb. The thing is that it's not really like a lot of supports will just have their arcane boots and be like, oh, okay, well, I'll just turn this into a Lotus Orb. I can't think of many situations in which you will want to do that, or I can't think of many situations in which a hero will rush arcane boots and then be like, yeah, whatever, I'll break this into a Lotus Orb later on. It's just, I don't know. It's a change. Active damage amplification reduced from 30 to 25%. Whatever. Medallion of Courage now needs a Blightstone. Man, love Blightstone. Best item. Observer Ward got some changes. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. It'll take some getting used to for 6 minutes versus 7 minutes. But other than that, like, it says all three of these changes are adjusted in the same proportion. The question you have to ask is, why was this changed? And that's a question that I do not have the answer to. So you ask that question to yourselves and think of an answer to yourselves. And that's really all I can offer on the situation. Sentry Ward stayed the same though, so that's cool. Octarine Core no longer provides HP regeneration. How much was it? Man, freaking wiki is getting hammered. Hammered! It gave some, and now the mana... Actually, this is quite a bit of a nerf to Octarine Core. I didn't think that it was that OP of an item. But I guess it was too good of a snowball item, perhaps? Like, if you got it early, then you were pretty much unkillable. Plus 4 HP regen. That's actually pretty good. I guess since Bloodstone fell off the map, Ice Rock wants to make the decision to go for Octarine or Bloodstone a little bit more intense. Purse got more HP regen. Remove Pipe of Inside Barrier stack limit duration. Okay, so the question I had for this was, can you have 2 pipes on a team now? Not that anyone is ever going to do this, because pipe... I don't know why Ice Frog hates, like, giving pipe actual buffs. I thought pipe, whenever it first came out, was like one of the most clever items out there. Let's see. Oh, sorry, overlay. Oh no. Okay, there it is.
Prepare for battle.
Create hero, invoker, give bots, pipe, item, pipe, create hero, Lena enemy, level bots 15. Okay, so let's see here. Put it up. Pew! And now I put it up. Well, damn it. Pew! I guess you can have 2 pipes on a team now. I don't think anyone's ever gonna do it. Pew.
30 seconds to
Yeah,
battle.
I don't know. in order to make this balance, they removed Tinker being able to refresh pipe, which would have been amazing, actually. Rearm can no longer refresh pipe of insight. Man, that would have been so good, though. It would have been so good. Core pipe on Tinker, but no. I don't know. Point Booster got rescaled. Refresh Orb got some more HP regen. Aquila and Bazzi now do 1 less armor, but they get a little bit more damage. 1 more damage. Never mind. It's like nothing. Atos got nerfed. It no longer does the True Strike, which lasted for a patch. I think it was just 6.86 that had it, and then it was just as promptly removed. Iceborg really does not know what to do with Rod, and I don't blame him. Sange, MAME increased 15 to 20%. MAME slow from 20 to 20 to 10. Ranged wielders. Oh, okay, interesting. Same thing with Sange and Yasha. Shadow Amulet and thus Shadow Blade are now 100 gold cheaper. Silver Edge got a big change. A lot of people are saying that this is like objectively the most buffed item in the game in this patch. I think it's a good buff, but I rarely built this item, but I figured a lot of people built it because they liked the MAME from Silver Edge. I mean, from Sange. But now it doesn't MAME anymore. So it is much cheaper, 600 gold cheaper, and you ideally want to build these things as mid-game items, and it gives plus 15 to all stats, which is quite a bit. No matter what type of unit you're getting plus 45 damage. And if you're an Agi hero, then I don't know. It's a pretty good item, but it's doesn't have the Sange MAME anymore, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Smoke of Deceit. So, man, there's so many items. Whatever. Not really important. Not really important. Not really important. TP scroll is now 50 gold. Oh, I remember the days when it was 150 gold. I'm so old. Anyone remember that? How much was it? Oh, never mind. It was 135. My bad. It was never 150. 135. It used to be 135 gold. Now it's 50 gold. 50 gold. They're begging you to buy this item. Veil got changed a little bit. It now has 6 less intelligence. That was the takeaway from all this, but it's 30 gold cheaper. I guess too many heroes like OD were building it. This doesn't really affect too many heroes. Most supports that were building this mainly liked it for the HP regen and the armor, which is still there. So it's still a good item. I think it's still amazing on... Oh, Veil debuff is now dispellable. Interesting. I need to write that down. Veil debuff. Dispellable. Interesting. Shout out to being able to find the real PL. Or shout out to... There was one other situation in which I was like... I think it was mainly just illusion things. But yeah, it's now dispellable. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Vlad's armor got reduced like the Bazzi and Aquila. Okay, heroes, finally. Jesus Christ. I'm going to make this snappy because not very many heroes got changed. AA, Cold Feet damage timing. I didn't understand what this meant, so I looked it up. Basically, Cold Feet used to damage... used to do 4 ticks of damage at these increments of time, and then it would stun on the 4th second. So now, instead of there being a little delay, it just stuns as soon as you cast it on someone. So I guess that's... I think there were many situations in which I was like, dude, I cast Cold Feet on him. How did he blink out? But that's because it took 0.8 seconds for it to actually apply any damage. The only reason I'm using paper to write stuff down is because I already have that big set of notes. Otherwise, I usually use Google Keep. If you don't use Google Keep, I highly recommend it. And the other thing is I didn't want to be like... So, yeah, that's the only reason I'm using paper. Arc Warden got nerfed a ton, and I'm so glad, because I really did not want to have to do a dealing with Arc Warden, because I knew he was going to get nerfed. Flux was too good, it got nerfed quite a bit. Magnetic Field was... it was okay. The main thing is that magnetic field now only evades attacks done from the outside the field, so it's now pretty much irrelevant against melee heroes, aside from the fact that your team gets buffed up attack speed while standing in the field, but this is pretty big nerf. Spark Wraith mana cost. Oh, I wanted to test something with this. So it applies a purge now. So I wanted to see if overlay, create hero arc, create hero. Let's try Templar enemy. Go meld. I will put this here. Huh. I thought it took away her invis. Oh, it did.
Long ago
Wait, what?
I shattered, must be rendered whole.
Well, she's standing up now. But
I will
what?
make things right.
Is she gonna do the meld bonus damage? She does the meld bonus damage. What? Why does she stand up? I thought it purged. I could have sworn.
Stride the terrain
Hold on.
plain.
Fusel. Sentry. Normal vision. What? Okay, let's try something else. What's another thing that gets purged? Cold Snap. Wait, no, that wouldn't work. What's another thing that you want to purge off enemies? Surge. Oh no, Ion Shell. Ion Shell's a good one. Create hero. Dark Seer enemy. Leave him alone. Cool. So now it purges. Create hero.
Let us unify
Bounty.
what has been torn apart.
Create hero bounty enemy. No, it doesn't purge off. It's not a strong purge, or I don't even know. Whatever. I don't really know what the applications of the purge are, but it's a buff to Spark Wraith. Spark Wraith basically is the only thing that came out good on Arc Warden, which is originally what he was made for. Whenever he was first released, everyone was like, oh my god, Spark Wraith is the best spell ever. You can just like stack a billion of them up and they kill everything. And then he got released into Dota 2 and everyone was like, Spark Wraith? What the hell is that spell? Tempest Double also, the other main nerf is that it can no longer replicate Rapier. So, hooray for everyone that was like, wah, this guy gets BOTs and Rapier and I can't deal with it, which, you know, it was probably hard. I haven't played Dota in a long time, so I don't know what it was like, but I'm sure it was terrifying, and that sucks for you, but now it's gone. Axe, counter helix damage type change from physical to pure. This is fairly important at keeping him relevant in the late game. The damage got reduced, but overall 180 pure damage, I'd take that over 205 physical pretty much after 20 minutes into the game. So it's pretty great. Combine that with the blade mail change, and Axe is a pretty good hero now. We'll see. Enfeeble mana cost got dropped. I love maxing Enfeeble. If you want to try something, I suggest going Bane mid and maxing Enfeeble, and it is good times across the board. I mean, like, why waste mana on Brain Sap? Everyone buys Tangos. But you know what you can't buy? You can't buy a Rapier in the first 5 minutes, and when your damage is getting dropped by 125, there's not really much you can do against it. Oh wait, no, it's not getting dropped by 125. It gets dropped by... It's the mana cost. How much is it? 120. Oh, that's actually pretty close. Yeah, 120. 120 minus damage. This is quite a bit. It's quite a bit. Beastmaster got nerfed. Hawk gives less vision. I don't know why, but okay, whatever. Added a scepter to Bloodseeker. I wanted to see something. God damn it. I wanted to see if it stacks or if it refreshes the debuff. Pretty sure it just refreshes it. So, rupture once, bleeding, and rupture twice. Yeah, it just refreshes it. What a shame. If it stacked it, then I thought it would be great, but I thought it would also be massively OP. So, fair change. Bounty Hunter got a little bit of a nerf, but he's still really good. Brewmaster got a lot of changes. The main thing is just that Windwalk backstab damage got increased a lot. I don't think this makes Brewmaster a good hero, though. I really wish Ice Frog just brought back the original Ag upgrade, which was that the Primal Split pandas last for like 30 seconds. That was the best Ag upgrade. I've hated every single iteration since then. I used to play Panda. My flare on R Dota 2 before I got E-Hug flare was Brewmaster. He was one of my favorite heroes. And ever since his Ag got changed, I just don't enjoy playing him. And it's not because there's too much micro or anything. It's not as fun, in my opinion. The Ag isn't as rewarding as it used to be. But that's just me. I still don't think that any of these changes make him particularly good. Maybe evasion being PRD would help him? I don't know. We'll see. Patch is live in the main client. Are you kidding me? Oh, wait. I want to check to see if that thing that I mentioned, armor, still. A lot of pro players don't seem very happy with the circle cog change, and I wasn't happy with it either. So, I don't know if people have gotten used to it or not. And then this is another case of him equalizing numbers, like I said with that Lion Earth Spike thing. Crystal Nova cooldown reduced, Arcane some massive nerfs recently. And I don't know if he deserves it or not, but it's hilarious nonetheless. Battery Assault got increased a little bit. It's not that great though. So 15 more damage per shrapnel hit once maxed. You get around 6 hits, let's say, on a hero, which is 90 more damage. That's not that much. I mean, every little bit counts, I guess, but still. A lot of pro players don't seem very happy with the circle cog change, and I wasn't happy with it either. So, I don't know if people have gotten used to it or not. And then this is another case of him equalizing numbers, like I said with that Lion Earth Spike thing. Crystal Nova cooldown reduced, Arcane Aura self-regen from 6 to 8. That's pretty great. It doesn't increase the ally regen though, but Crystal Maiden has mana issues, especially if you use her ult liberally. Poison Touch range got buffed. If you want to really sneak up on people as Dazzle, I suggest maxing Poison Touch. Your lane mate will hate you for it, but the lane enemies will be like, what the hell is going on? Because max Poison Touch, how much damage does it do? It's like maxing Static Shock on Disruptor first. No one expects it. And whenever they get hit by it, they're like, oh my god. At max damage, it does 288... at max level, it does 288 damage with a 7-second cooldown. That's hilarious. And it only costs 70 mana. So, it's a lot of damage. It's all physical damage. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's hilarious. Siphon got nerfed all over the place. I don't know why it gave vision. I don't know why it was pure and went through magic immunity. I don't know. Also, there were 2 other things that I was... No, actually, those were the main things. Yeah. I don't know why I did those 2 things, but now it doesn't, so good. I think she's still good. And I think Siphon's still good. It's just not OP now. Alright, I'm making this snappier so you guys can get to the main client without having to listen to me blabber on. Disruptor, blah blah blah, Breathe Fire. DK actually got some fairly good buffs. 15% more damage reduction. Attack reduction. I think DK mid is better than it ever was. And DK offlane is impossible to deal with for a lot of heroes. Drow Ranger cast point got improved a little bit. So who even needs Hurricane Pike when you can just gust people away? Boulder Smash knockback speed reduced. Man, poor Earth Spirit. Still a kid and nerfed. And still probably good. Oh, Earthshaker Scepter. Everyone was lolzing about this, so I might as well test it. And someone mentioned something about Rubik getting it, so let's try that too. Let's go to a cleaner area. Create hero Earthshaker. Get bots. Ultimate Scepter. Create hero Rubik enemy. Give bots. Third lens. Give bots. Ultimate Scepter. Level bots 15. Okay. So you have to steal Enchant Totem.
All this fight
And...
louder
Oh
than
wait, I
you
should drop this.
taken.
And I should level this. Okay, so he should stun Rubik whenever he lands. Oh man, what a
Your
cool
top
targeting
tower
thing.
is under attack.
Wait. Where is it? Man, where is this? This joke is taking... Okay, here we go. This isn't the song that most people would associate with this, but this is what I associate with basketball players.
Yeah. Know what I mean? What you gonna do when I come through, babe? What you wanna do? Anything goes on the court, I never been beat. Beauty only skin deep, I like the rim 10 feet. You can't stop me, your game looks sloppy. You need more practice, maybe you like this. To enjoy the game by midway, I can drive around you, even shoot a trait. A 3-point threat, no sweat, you can bet. Back it out and fade away out net. Hang time. What you wanna do? Tell me, what you gonna do when I come through, babe? What you wanna do? Fast breaks, alley-oops, you know the rules. Crossover dribbles, taking you to school like that. Next time, remember who you're playing. You get no mercy, know what I'm saying? If you reach, I'ma teach. 2 for the layup, catch you on a rebound. Game over, stay up. Yeah, what you gonna do when I come through, babe?
Good times. Good times. I don't know if it's better than a Blink Dagger. I'm going to guess no. But it is... Wait, does it still buff up this? No. Wait. Oh, whoops. Wrong thing. Upgrades Echo Slam.
Onward.
Let me check what this thing says. Where did the changelog go? Enchantum... No, okay, reworked the scepter, so it doesn't buff that anymore. Okay, so I don't know if you get it instead of Blink Dagger. It is hilarious, though. I think it's a very amusing item. Oh yeah, let me try Rubik. What? What? No! No! Oh, come on.
Forward.
Come on. That song was from NBA... Oh wait, I need to disable... Oops. It was from NBA Hang Time for the N64.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Man, can't believe it doesn't work with Rubik. It's a damn shame. Wait,
Your top tower is under attack.
I can't... Wait. Wait a second. Okay, wait. Something is clearly broken here. Oh, I know what the problem is. I have too many heroes. Hold on. Don't worry. The fun's just begun.
All pick.
Rubik. Create hero. Earth Shaker enemy. Give bots ultimate scepter. Item ultimate
Prepare
scepter.
for battle.
Item Aether Lens. Shut your mouth, Tobias bot. Level bots 15. Level up 16. So do these. Take that. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Too bad he doesn't get the aftershock too, so it's not really that great, but...
Yeah. Know what I mean? can't stop me, your game looks sloppy. You need more practice, maybe you like this. To enjoy the game by midway, I can drive around you, even shoot a trait. A 3-point threat, no sweat, you can bet. Back it out and fade away on net. Hang time.
What you wanna do?
Tell me, what you gonna do when I come through bang?
What you wanna do?
Fast breaks, alley oops. You know the rules. Crossover dribbles, taking you to school like that. Next time, remember who you.
That's enough of that. Back to business. Okay, Echo Stomp is just minor changes. I guess Echo Stomp's a little bit better. I have a friend who is a strong advocate of always maxing Echo Stomp, and now I think he might have a leg to stand on. Previously, I thought he was a complete nutter, and I was never a fan of his build. But now it might not be that bad, because you have to remember that both the Echo Stomps, I believe, so, wait, let me see if this does what I think it does. Yeah, so both of them got buffed. So really, it's like 100 more damage. It says it got 50 more damage, but really it's like 100 more damage, which is pretty good. So maybe you can max Stomp now. I'm reasonably okay with that. Enchantress got some nerfs. I still don't think the Hurricane Pike is that great on her, because the range on Hurricane Pike is so low that, I don't know, maybe it's okay. We'll see. If it was way back when Enchantress used to have better night vision, how many patches ago was that? I was actually very disappointed in that change whenever Icefrog nerfed a lot of heroes' night vision. Reduced night vision from 1800 to 800 and 6.79. If she still had 1800 night vision, then I would think it would be a great item for her, because that would be terrifying. Because she could attack you from so far away, and then if you just so happen to bumble into her range, she'll just shoot you away, and you won't know what fog is for her. But, I don't know. We'll see. Fixed demonic conversion, not working on Beastmaster, Boar, or Hawk. Sure. Enigma, I would see a lot of times in the jungle against me as Beastmaster offlane. The other thing is Malefice is now purgeable. So, you got a buff, you got a nerf. Void got some changes. You can increase cast walk, cast range, so I'm assuming that means distance as well. Cast point, so it takes a little bit longer to cast. Some time dilation changes. Time lock no longer deals double damage in Chronosphere, but time lock by default deals more damage. So he's still a good hero. Oh, and Scepter no longer increases chrono duration, but it still reduces the cooldown. So, basis. 60-second. Yeah. Reworked Scepter on Gyrocopter. Oh, so I wanted to see if it actually visually changed anything. I'm assuming it didn't, because Valve is very lazy. Here, Gyrocopter. So, let's go Ultimate Scepter.
The battle begins.
Did it change anything?
What a test this shall be.
No. Man, freaking lazy ass Valve. It's amusing. How much is the cast range? 600. Oh, that's cool. If you hover over it, it shows you. Because his normal attack range is not that great. For this. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if it's any good. Freaking lazy ass Valve. Base damage reduced by 4, yeah, whatever. Huskar got a small buff. Some people say that Huskar is still trash tier, but the other thing is that Huskar is the only hero who is happy with the Blade Mail change, since it would always return damage as pure, and Huskar gets owned by that, because most of his damage is from the Burning Spears stacks and the physical damage of the right clicks. But now it'll be returned as magic, and Huskar's totally okay with that. At least more okay with that than he was against pure damage. Invoker got some nerfs. Cold Snap, see, this one was notable enough that Valve mentioned it twice. They say Cold Snap is now dispellable, and they mentioned it up top, like I said with the Enigma thing, because they didn't want these just stupid people just to like scroll through the list and be like, wow, I can't believe Invoker didn't get any other nerfs. Valve knew. They were like, these people are so stupid who play our game. We gotta mention this twice, otherwise they're not gonna pay attention. So yeah. Have you read further, or is this as far as you got? No, this is as far as I've gotten. Does the side gunner return damage with blade mail? That's a good question. Let me see. Actually, is it a good question? I don't think that's going to happen that frequently, but sure, why not? Let's see. Yes, yes it does. Cool. Jakiro Macropyre distance got increased from 900 to 1400. The ag range is 1800 to give you a point of reference. So this thing is huge. And Macropyre scepter duration from 20 to 30 seconds. If you get ag Octarine, then Macropyre has a cooldown of 45 seconds. So Macropyre with only a 15-second downtime. Maybe my Jakiro mid build is finally coming to its I had a whatever. I'm so it's gonna be good now. Why are there so many changes? Juggernaut, Healing Ward, blah blah blah. Movement speed increase. Keeper is actually really fast now. I think the only hero faster than him is Enchantress, I believe. Where is Enchilada? I think she may actually be faster than Enchantress now. I think Enchantress was 330. Maybe she's 340. No, 335. So same speed as Enchantress. Pretty good. Buy a Windlace. Have easy 355 move speed. Kunkka is getting buffed again. Why does this guy keep buffing Kunkka? Oh! Every single patch analysis I've done, I've been like, Kunkka's gonna be great. He's gonna be the new Cancer. And every single patch, no one picks him. Now he's getting buffed again. Freaking Torrent mana cost is 90. And X is already so good. Oh my god. Oh, wait. This guy could totally build infused raindrops also. The mana regen for him, if he's just roaming around and Xing torrenting people, whatever. I hate this. I mean, I like the hero, but I just hate how he's getting buffed so much because one of these days, maybe this patch, maybe the next patch, but one of these days, he's going to be infuriating to play against, and I'm going to be like, God damn it, I told all of you. And Ice Frog was just like, well, no one's playing this hero, so I'm just going to keep buffing him again and again and again, and then this is how Cancer happens. This is a very scientific explanation for how cells metastasize. Learn how to play Kunkka for all of your benefits. Pro players. No pro player would ever watch my stream, but I suggest learning Kunkka because he's a really good hero. Sing Sing knows how to play him, and it's always a big play whenever I see Sing Sing play Kunkka. Attacker, if only he could widen his attack hero pool, whatever. LC got nerfed. Good. I don't like this hero, but apparently a lot of people are saying that if you get Iron Talon, Tango, and then Blightstone, she's like the fastest jungler in the world. Blightstone, if you recall, is the -2 armor item that's super cheap. Great. I guess Jungle Legion Commander got buffed. Also, with the Centaur camp having 3 units now, it's another buffed Jungle Legion Commander. Hooray! Lich got some buffs. Frostblast and Chain Frost slows are now independent debuffs. I'm surprised it wasn't like this before. This is actually a reasonably good buff. Also, the change with eating ranged creeps first is good for him. Lifestealer can now only target Ancients with level 2 and level 3. Thank you, God. Because I did not know how to deal with this. Because a long time ago, Medallion got changed. Not a long time ago, like 2 patches ago, Medallion got changed that you can't cast it on Ancients anymore. And I didn't think about it at first, but it made going up against these clown Radiance Lifestealers infuriating. So, good. Screw that freaking thing. Entangle now uses PRD. Hilarious. I am looking forward to playing a lot of Lone Druid, because now you can prime it. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Luna got a buff. Magnus now has reasonably good HP regen. Maybe he can put in the offlane now. Like, better than he was before. Stonegaze got some changes, nothing too significant. Meepo got changes, but that means that all of his Meepos get +4 damage, so it's pretty good. Added Scepter to Mirana. Passively triggers a Starstorm every 8 seconds. If there are no units to affect, the spell waits until there's a nearby enemy. It does not affect the actual Starstorm, so you can basically double cast Starstorm if you like leap onto someone. So it's okay, but I don't think many people will be getting it. Queuing tonight? No, I'm afraid all my energy will be spent going through this analysis, and I was supposed to leave sometime soon. Might have to check, but no. And I apologize that I haven't been streaming recently. I've had a unpleasant April, to say the least, but hopefully I will be back to a somewhat regular streaming and playing Dota schedule soon. But the rest of you can tell me how amazing this patch is and hit me up on Twitter and be like, oh my god, you're missing it. And I'm really like, great. Hybrid cooldown got reduced from 120 to 70. I think Morphling support is hilarious and more people should run it, and this just makes Morphling support ag all the more viable. Also, this is pretty good. 50 damage to 80 damage. If you have, this makes support Morphling even better. If you have like a Tiny or any other hero that deals a lot of damage through stats rather than plus damage items, this is quite a bit. And you can basically have like 1.5 carries because they take 100% damage. So yeah, that's good. Mirror image illusion damage increase. No one is going to buy Scepter Ag still. I don't think this changes anything. Trance bounty got increased. Trance vision got reduced. Good. I'm glad. Because Spider vision got reduced on Spiderites, and I was like, man, let his Prophet get away unscathed. But now he's scathed. Reaper Scythe got... I consider this a nerf. I thought the plus 30 seconds at level 6 was way better than actually being... If you were able to kill someone with Scythe, they were probably dead anyway. And a little bit more damage isn't going to change anything. It makes it a level 11 Scythe at level 6. I would have rather taken the 30 seconds at level 6. So I consider that a nerf. Nyx has even more HP regen. Apparently, Ogre Magi... Nyx Assassin is now Ice Frog's Ogre Magi. Because Ogre didn't get any changes. I was expecting some plus armor. Scepter to Oracle reduces Purifying Flames cooldown from 2.5 to 0.1. I mean 1, and reduces cast point from 0.3 to 0.1. This is really good. I think Scepter is core on Oracle if you can manage to farm it. I don't care what role you're playing. Support, mid, carry, offlane. I think you should get a Scepter. Maybe after Aether Lens. I think Aether Lens is still good on him. OD got some nerfs. I think he's still okay. I'm glad this scaling got changed. I thought it was stupid that everyone just kept Astral at 1 and was able to do everything with it. So this now incentivizes leveling up Astral. I think he's still fine though. Most people don't run out of mana on OD, and most people... You'll have to max Essence Aura now, but that's the way it always should have been. PA, Stifling Dagger now does a real physical attack for a little bit of your damage. All attack effects work and behave as if your hero performed them. Great, so now all these random crit daggers are going to be even more infuriating to go up against. I'm not looking forward to this, but thankfully PA got a lot of other nerfs with that, what was it? Bloodthorn, and Silver Edge being cheaper, and Blade Mail returning damage the way you receive it, and going through spell immunity. Yeah, so I'm okay that PA is still in the dumpster. Everyone else is heartbroken, I don't care. Phoenix Supernova Scepter, I still think it's not that great, but maybe it's situationally a little bit better. Puck, I didn't understand this change at first. Apparently it's a meme change. Where is it? There was this thread a while ago where someone ran it through a Markov chain text generator, which if you've ever been through subreddit simulator, it's basically that same process where it takes information, text, and creates new strings based on like predictive whatever. But it changed Puck. This was actually done last patch, and it didn't get nearly as many upvotes, but I saw it and I was like, that's pretty funny. And it did something hilarious. But yeah, so Illusory Orb speed increased by 1, and you know Ice Frog, he's a grade A memer, so that's what this means. It doesn't change anything. It's still literally exactly the same. I looked it up on the wiki. Puck's thing is 650 move speed, and now it's 651. So, great. That's all this making numbers more consistent, and now we have a random 651. Yeah. Irrelevant. Pugna's really good, though. You guys should play him if you don't play him already. I'm Glad he didn't get any more buffs, otherwise then he would have been too good. Razor, I think this hero needs to be reworked. I don't like Razor in his current implementation. I think he's a boring hero, and I think he should be reworked. Riki is really good. He was good last patch, but that's because one of my friends loves Riki and has always loved Riki. And whenever he got these changes to Tricks of the Trade, I was like, dude, are you okay with this? And he's like, yeah, he's still really good. And I saw him play, and he's still really good. You just need to think of Tricks of the Trade as like either like a last attack kind of move to get a kill on someone, or you use it like a Slark Shadow Dance, which is like a escape maneuver. A lot of people are like, oh, hey, I'm in a team fight situation, and there are 5 heroes hanging around. I should use Tricks of the Trade. You can, and you'll get maybe like 1 attack, maybe 2 attacks on some heroes, but that's not how it's supposed to be used. It's used as a like to discourage people from coming near you. Fadebolt got a small buff, but man, his turn rate got nerfed, and this breaks my heart. I hate turn rate nerfs, and I hate... Oh, wait. Oh, is this a buff? Wait, I always get this wrong. Wait. People of hero attributes. I always get this wrong. Turn. No, never mind. It's a buff. My bad. It's a buff. The slowest heroes are the ones with the lowest numbers. And the fastest heroes are the one with the highest numbers. Why does Io have a number? Yeah. Anyway. So I guess it's a buff. Never mind. My bad. Good job. Nice frog. Sandstorm is now a little bit better for jungling. It's actually a lot better for jungling. Because now you don't really need to max it. You just need to waste more time, but it's good. No one ever didn't max it though, because Caustic is not worth leveling, but yeah, it's got buff for jungling. Soulcatcher, I mean, Shadow Demon got some buff. Shadow Demon is really good. You should play him. Max out Shadow Poison. Stack the jungle. Great hero. Great hero. I used to hate him, but he's actually pretty funny. Requiem Souls, I didn't even know this stuff scaled. Scepter now gives you more souls. It's 20 more damage now if you get Ag with Necromastery Souls. And then if you die, you'll start out with 23 souls on respawn, but I still don't think it's that great. I built Shadow Fiend Ag one time. Where is that game? Hold on. It was like a... I was pretty tilted that game, and I was like, man, what do I do? Where is it? Had to be fairly recently. I have not... Shadow Fiend. Here we go. Built Ag, Refresher. Should have built a Blink Dagger. But great stuff. It's not a very good item. It's like a utility item. It's not really a damage item. But it's amusing, and now it's a little bit better. Supermord Splash Mechanics is a little bit... It works in your favor now. This is a buff, not a nerf. Last Word no longer slows. Arcane Curse got a lot of changes. It now does 18 move speed slow at max level, which is pretty good. I don't know if many people will be maxing it because of that, but I think you should at least now take it over stats once you max out Last Word. Mystic Flare Scepter duration increase. Let's look at this. Not that there's really anything special about it, I just think it's funny.
Those who tangle with the sky wrath
Pretty
risk
hilarious,
all
not gonna lie.
starting
800 mana hilarious though? I don't know. Wow, it has a 5-second cooldown. Oh, too bad I can only cast it once anyway. Oh, whatever. Hilarious. I'm gonna let that time
may
out
well
so
be.
it won't keep making sound. Yeah, pretty amusing. the cooldown thing is irrelevant. I would rather take the 12 seconds any day over 0-second cooldown. How you're gonna manage to keep someone in an AoE for 12 seconds, you're not, unless you have like a black hole or an RP or something. Mainly, I think it's like you can use it to zone now, I guess. Dump it in the Roche pit to discourage stuff. I don't know. It's weird. No one ever built it anyway. No one's ever gonna build it now. Shrapnel got buffed. Hilarious. I don't think it's gonna bring Sniper back to the meta, but it's funny that Shrapnel of all spells would get buffed. Spectre got some nerfs. I think these are all good nerfs. They don't dumpster her, but they don't make her ridiculous to deal with, which, again, I will direct all of you to my dealing with Spectre video if you ever had trouble with her. I wonder who I'm gonna have to make a dealing with for this patch. I don't know. We'll see. But these are good nerfs. I think these style of nerfs are good. Storm Spirit got a buff. If you don't know, the default range for Vortex is 300 range. And now it's 475. And how does it work? Is it like ground targeted, or it's probably ground targeted?
Draconis, you bring sorcery from the sky? How wonderful.
Oh no, it's self-targeted. God damn it. God damn it. That's weird. You just press W and it starts sucking fools in. That's disappointing. I was really hoping that it would be like you choose an AoE and you get to cast it. But I guess maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I like this. It gives them some team fight. But the cooldown is still pretty long, 18 seconds, so you only get to use it once per team fight anyway. I don't know. It's dumb. But Icefrog didn't want to bring Storm Spirit back into the meta, and I am thankful for that because I don't like Storm Spirit, because I play support, and Storm Spirit is a nightmare for supports to deal with. Sven got nerfed. Terrorblade now has 10 armor on spawn, which is hilarious. Timbersaw also got some really good buffs. I think I thought he was always okay in the offlane, and now maybe if you get that, what was it? Infused Raindrop? No. Yeah, Infused Raindrop. That's the mana one, right? Yeah, I think Infused Raindrop is amazing on Timbersaw. So that's good. Tinker, glad he didn't get buffed. I don't care about you. I mean, he did get some buffs, but he didn't get anything significant. Treant, these two were nerfs, but now you get 20% move speed when maxed, which is a lot. So these are, it's a net buff for Treant, and 20% move speed is great. Some changes here, mostly irrelevant. No one's ever going to build Ag on him. Tombstone now treats illusions as blah blah blah, don't care. This is reskilled a little bit harder because very few people liked leveling Vengeful's stun. Poison attack is no longer an attack modifier. I think this is hilarious. I thought it was more reasonable to make poison attack no longer an attack modifier rather than Ursa's Furious Swipes or Huskar's Burning Spears, but both of those happened sooner, and I'm surprised that poison attack was still on the list. And I think, let's see, Mana Break and Frost Arrow and Arcane Orb. These are basically the only 3 orbs left in the game. And Mana Break doesn't even really count because it's not like an autocast. It's basically just Frost Arrows and Arcane Orb. One of these days, these two are going to get taken out also. And you know what? The world will keep spinning. This, most people wouldn't really pay attention to it, but you used to be able to counter Visage with an Orb of Venom. It would burn through his Gravekeeper Cloak charges, and now it doesn't, so that's good. Warlock is an amazing hero. I stopped playing him because I would get frustrated that I was like, dude, I'm playing the best hero in the game. How are you guys not able to win with me playing the best hero in the game? And Upheaval didn't get buffed, unfortunately. But if it did, then he would have been the new Cancer, I guarantee it. However, Flaming Fist got buffed big time. I consider this a massive buff. Guaranteed damage, I will take that over percentage chance damage always. So he's pretty good. Weaver, time-lapse, some buffs. Disjointing projectiles is a lot of people thought it was like a significant buff. It's a buff, but I don't think it's that important. Because most of the time after you time-lapse, you would Shikuchi, and Shikuchi would disjoint stuff also. So, whatever. Scepter to Wyvern, a lot of people were saying that Core Wyvern is now a thing. Maybe. She still, I mean, like, Arctic Burn is like it was a really good spell. And if you can support the mana, then sure. I mean, maybe Rush Scepter? I don't think that makes her core, but I think like an AA type situation where you rush Scepter, I could see it happening on Wyvern because Arctic Burn is really good. Sometimes I max it against like strength heroes because it basically eats a chunk out of a hero's current HP pool, max HP. Current HP. So for strength heroes who have a lot of HP, it does a ton of DOT. So yeah, and obviously the range is amazing. Moral Strike now does a critical hit for double the value when attacking non-heroes, helps them out in the jungle. And lastly, most of these changes are irrelevant. Static Field no longer disables Blink Dagger. That's kind of a fairly significant nerf, but the buff is that Zeus will scale with Int. All of his spells will scale with Int. It's not really that big of a deal, because Zeus's Int gain isn't that high. 2.3 per level. Wait, is that it? No, my bad. 2.7 per level. It's not that great. And that's it. For the love of God, that's it. That's it. If I had to give calls for who I think is going to be the most irritating this patch, we'll say Kunkka for the 1000th time. I think LC Jungle is... Already I had trouble dealing with it, and now it will be even harder to deal with. Everyone always hates on it for being stupid and clowny, and it is pretty clowny, but she is one of the best junglers if you are going to jungle. And so I think that will be hard to deal with. I think Axe will be good. I think Blade Mail will be a more picked up item. Overall, I'm pretty pleased. I was worried that I was going to see some massive buffs on some hero, but everyone who got buffs they're very slight buffs, and everyone who got nerfed are very slight nerfs, and so I'm very pleased with this patch on the whole. I think Scan is fine. I don't mind Scan. Most of these items seem reasonable. The only thing I am not entirely sure about is Echo Saber, but I don't think it's as good as many people are making it out to be. Oh yeah, bananas are implemented. I should check that out real quick. Was it just destroying trees that did it? Or did I need to like tango a tree? I don't need bananas. What's the deal?
Let the fun begin.
We need a tango? Tango it maybe? Yo, where my bananas at? Where my bananas at, dog? I saw it and I wanted it. I saw the guy do it over here. Maybe it's only over here. Maybe it's only certain trees. Oh, where'd he go? Oh. Where are my bananas?
Yes.
How unfun. Does Echo Saber proc while Omni slashing? Yeah, it should. But the other one I wanted to check is if it takes up a overpowered stack. So he has 3. I couldn't tell. Yeah, it takes away a stack. So it counts as an attack for all intents and purposes. Yeah. So it should proc while Omni slashing, and it should roll for a chance to crit while Omni slashing. Tango not needed, just a small chance to. You gonna hatchet them? Oh my god. Wait. Wow, it actually does something? Hey, great work there. Valve. Goddamn Valve. Half-baked ass. I can't believe that actually does something. Holy crap. And I can't believe that wasn't mentioned in the changelog. No. Wow. Wow. I can't believe it. I am shocked. I'm shocked. I'm truly shocked. I think it's hilarious. But I'm envisioning a lot of angry people very soon. That much I can guarantee. Doesn't even give any stats. Is it on the wiki? I don't think it'll be on the... Well, at least not yet, but they'll put it on the wiki. And freaking Bunny will be like, applies a 0.3 second mini stun and adjust them at whatever, like 300... 300 random AoE. How long does it last? I have WTF mode enabled, if you're wondering. Did they just last forever? Whoa! Man, I love this. This is a huge buff to Quelling Blade, to be honest. This is a massive buff to Quelling Blade. I'm just going to randomly quell trees, like, constantly now. More bananas. Dude. Massive buff to Quelling Blade and Iron Talon. I'm looking forward to this. Can you drop it on someone? Oh my gosh. Yo. Yo. Wow. I have no words. It's only in cheat games. Oh man. That's no fun. But competitive games are played in lobbies. I don't know. Clearly, this is just the framework for a what is it? Mario Kart custom game. Oh, whoops. Oh no. Alright, let's see. Oh no, I ate all those trees. Oh no, these are all my bananas. Damn it. Let's drop a quick banana right here. And make him go for it. Aw. Could have been a hard counter. Dude, I wish it was in normal games. People would start frothing at the mouth, though. Anyway. I think that's it, friends. Let's see if I missed anything else in chat. Is 4 int? What the hell? Are you serious? Gosh. Man, what a shame. Could be a great item. I think you overlooked the Shadow Fiend ultimate upgrade. With Ags, it adds 5 lines of Shadow... Yeah, okay, well... Okay. The Scepter upgrade itself is okay. It's just that the main problem is that whenever you cast... Requiem, most of the time you're doing it for the damage reduction. For at least for like the past like 5 patches, that's been the case. Where people are like, whatever, man, I just want to make sure the storm gets like a damage oh, I don't have any souls. Well, whatever. The AoE is, it's massive, I know. And the fact that it can return and heal you are both great. But, oops. Let's see. Hurry up and give me some souls. 12 souls, man. Okay. So, it stretches reasonably far. But most of the time, people would just do that just to put the minus 50 damage reduction on it. The only thing that I think is good is if you get a blink also. Because then what you can do is you can ult, and then you blink into the enemy, and then they'll return to your blinked location. That's actually really good. But then you have to buy a blink and an ag on Shadow Fiend. This makes it a reasonably good investment. But just for the increase in souls and the lifesteal and the return, I don't think it's good by itself. I think it needs a companion item. Maybe a Force Staff also. Maybe a Hurricane Pike. No, not a Hurricane Pike. That would actually be the exact opposite of what you want to do. Well, actually, Hurricane Pike might not be bad on him, because... It's not great, but... God damn it. Oops, oh god.
Bury me in the grounds of Omex.
Whatever. I don't think it's that great by itself. I think you need a companion item, like this thing, or a Blink Dagger. God damn it! I missed. Ah! It's like the end of the. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, it's you do this, and then you blink, and then it returns to your new location. And you can put a Hurricane Pike on him. Comes back. But I don't think it's Ag is a good item by itself. I think Ag Blink has its place, but I don't think Ag is a good item by itself. Are you happy? You happy, everybody? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so deeply... You have no idea how much it ruins me to my core that you missed out on a few seconds. This hilariousness. Anyway, I think that's it. Does anyone have any other questions? Otherwise, I believe I am done for now. If it's live, then I recommend you all play it. Give me your reviews. Give me the deets on 6.87. And if bananas are actually in the game, then my god. May Ice Frog have mercy on us all. But I believe that's it from me. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope I was able to give you, you know, some intel. You did all those SFXs without having the tanks. Yeah, I know. But even if you had the extra souls, I really don't think it would make that big of a difference. Unless if you get a blink. I don't think Arc Warden is bad. I don't think he's as broken as he was before. But I don't think he's bad. I think he'll be played now not as a core, and you can play him as a support, and he was always good as a support. It's just that there was no reason to, because he was just so much better as a carry and a core. I'm glad I can make your day, Zen side. I'm glad. You know, it makes my day that I can make your day. When am I going to stream more? I wish I could give an actual number, or like a date, or something, but I really don't know. I've been having a very hectic past couple of weeks, and surprisingly everyone has been very calm. No one hasn't been like, what the hell? Where is Tsunami? But thankfully, I guess that's because I've already established this whole thing where I don't really have a regular schedule, and everyone's just like, oh, okay. He's up to his regular old bullshit. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what's happening. You said Stormspear wasn't buff, but do you think the changes to Bloodstone and the new Orchid item make him stronger indirectly? The Bloodstone change, definitely. The Orchid item, not really. Because it is 7.7k gold or whatever. And it's better against heroes like PA or heroes who get other evasion items. But other than that, I think the Bloodstone thing is much more significant for Storm. Ultimately, I think he's still mid-tier, not high-tier. You are already building half of that, but how much is the recipe for this thing? Blood whatever. Bloodthorn. It's a 1k gold recipe, and you don't really build the Crystallis that much anyway. And you have to... 150 mana regen is nice, but the Orchid's already giving that. So really, only if you have someone else on your team that can right-click, and I think the biggest perk of it is the True Strike. The rest of it is just eh. The cooldown reduction is nice, but it's also eh. It's mainly if you want the True Strike, or if you have like 4 other cores, and they can all benefit from a chance to crit. Other than that, I don't think you'll ever rush this item. In any game, I don't think you'll ever rush it. We'll see. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all the kind words. I hope you all enjoyed. I don't know if I will... I need to do something for Relax Your Fun for April. I need to think of something quickly. Maybe I can just upload this. We'll see. But hopefully I'll stream soon. I appreciate all of you stopping by. I appreciate all of you sticking around for the whole 2.5 hours. And if there are any newcomers here, I hope you enjoyed. I'm not the most educational streamer, and I'm not the most consistent streamer, but I do like to put on a show for everyone. So maybe soon I can see you again. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful 6.87. And I will see you all later. Thanks for watching.